Well, it's back on now. I turned it back on.
Oh, we're back. That's good. Well, we are back, folks. Apologies for that brief outage. Don't know what happened there, but we've seen it all. Nothing happened in that brief moment you were away. ZR Mercedes now onto the back of Falcon. He's just been charging through, hasn't he, Jamie? As you said, just as the stream cut out there. The likes of Falcon and Cliffy have been caught in traffic. Cliffy's now dropped away from it, having been involved in an incident with the traffic.
I
Falcon
know.
as well, with a spin with Bullet, and now Falcon's got damage to the wing as well, Jamie.
It's all what do you call it? It's just like the little crashes, man. Because this race was holding up, but then, you know, one person hits another person hits another person, and that just completely destroyed the race. I mean, that's really a shame. But, I mean, at least we got some battles. I mean, people are starting to close in, people's different alternative strategies, and people are meeting up over each other again. But, Jack has retired from the session. I think he had a penalty for pitting. I can't remember. I didn't see it. But ZR Mercedes is always going side by side with Falcon into the triangle. I think he's going to get a good exit.
Now Zallen's there too.
Zallen? Where did Zallen come from?
Zallen fancies a bit of a podium. It's been a while since we've seen him this high up the field. Go on, Zallen.
Let's go.
Very long time since we've seen the Hungarian driver this far up.
You know who's doing well too? Nowak.
Jack Gooding in the way. Jack Gooding's car is not ghosting there, by the looks of it. Staying in the way. Are you seeing what I'm seeing, Jeremy?
Yeah, wait. I don't see it though. Like, I see it, but like, it's not ghosting.
Strange one. Don't know what's going on there. He now is past.
Yeah, that's a very annoying glitch in this game. I don't know why that happens. Whoa, so there's 17 seconds between Falcon and Lewis. I didn't even realize the gap was that big.
Yeah, it's just opened up so much because of the battling with Cliffy and Buller and the battling as well with Nowak and Liam Robbo. It just compounded their races, and they've almost built a pit stop up as a result, and it has rewarded us now with a great three-way battle between Falcon, Mercedes and Zallen, as Cliffy now moves up into the top 8 on his recovery drive. Fair play to him for continuing in this Grand Prix. But Lewis starting to cut the gap now, Jamie, to 1.4 seconds.
Yeah, you know what?
At one point.
He's kept it at that.
Oh,
I don't know if he'll get past though, you know? I mean, unless he needs to pull that gap to under a second in the next lap or two. Because, I mean, it's one thing catching a driver, it's another thing overtaking him.
Absolutely, especially around a track like this with its high-speed corners on it. But Lewis, he will get a chance at Michael. You have to feel those tyres of Michelangelo's will start to fall away now. This is where Lewis will be stronger on those mediums. He'll be furious with himself for conceding the position earlier on.
Look how hard Falcon's defending.
In a very strong position. Yeah, Falcon moving across there to the inside, a bit excessive.
I think breaking the toe. ZR Mercedes has absolutely no straight line speed. I think it's the way that this track is just set up. You've got to set the car up for the corners more than you got it for the straights. So you would think that running higher wings would make the air more punchier when you're following another car, but it really doesn't. Like, it's actually quite difficult to overtake on this track. It's whoa!
Oh, Falcon error. Here we go. That's a damage showing its true colours now.
What a move!
Falcon lights up the rears, nearly loses the car, but that was sensational from ZR Mercedes, right round the outside of him.
So nicely done too. What? Oh, wow. What did Falcon do?
Son. Take a bow. That was superb. And now
Falcon must have.
Zallen.
He must have lost all aerodynamic grip because he was just going so slowly through the neck. I think he was trying to catch the car back, but that bad exit now is going to have Zallen all over the back of him.
Superb. What a move.
What a move. That was brilliant.
He has limping with slight front wing damages, but now Lewis Michael Taylor's is wretched.
Oh! Whoa, yeah, well in the wall.
Accident. Oh, dear.
I'm not too sure what that's... Oh, he must have had a twitch in the S's, yeah.
Oh dear. As Lewis's gap now extending back out to 1.7, it looks to me
like...
Yeah,
I think that's set.
Michael's just toying with him.
I think that race is set between the two of them.
Well, it's all about Zallen then. Can Zallen get past Falcon now? He needs to do it soon if he wants a shot at this podium, because I would expect ZR Mercedes with the fully functioning front wing to disappear now. So Zallen really has to complete this move up here if he can, through the S's, where he will have that extra downforce.
Oh yeah, look at that. Falcon must have... He must have had issues with that car. Something's wrong with that Ferrari, because look how slow it goes all the time through the second half. Oh, front wing damage.
Oh, here goes Zallen now. He's going to switch to the inside. Try ZR Mercedes, is he? Not through Techno 1. Not this time anyway. He's going to have to set it up and do him at the hairpin, I think. But he's got a good one out of that corner, does he? No. And the frustration continues to mount. Now, I tell you, he's quietly going about his business, and he's doing a fine job. It's no equity
Yeah,
2.2
seconds the gap.
And he could sense a podium here. Maybe a podium's a bit too much to ask.
Too much of an ask.
10 places from 16th. That's a great effort, Jimmy, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I think he can try and aim for 5th, possibly. If he can catch Falcon, because I know he's not going to be able. I don't know if he'll be able to catch probably Zalin. I think Zalin's going to get Falcon before Noah gets Zalin. Because even look, Zalin Mercedes has already pulled 1.8.
Yeah, Zalin Mercedes has gone. Zalin needs to hurry up and do the move if he wants to come back at them. I think it's too little, too late. Will he get Falcon now? He's late on the pitch.
He's forced him to lock up.
Enough space. Falcon knew it was going to come. Lewis has now got that gap back down to 1.3 now. Superb driving from Lewis to try and rally late on. It looked like it might be too little, too late though, as Falcon continues to consolidate and cling on to that 4th position. As Zalin looking very racy behind. I have to say, Jamie, Zalin's got his mojo back today, hasn't he? We've not seen it much on the 2017 game, but today the Hungarian really has looked well on it.
That's good. That's good to see. But look at him. Look at Falcon here as we go through the last half of the. Oh, Zalin just understood just a tad bit. Still catches Falcon slightly. So Falcon, yeah, he's really struggling in that car. And you said it was front wing damage. Let's see. Yeah, I'd forgotten. Yeah, he had front wing damage.
Yeah, but that incident with Bulletproof really starting to cost them now. As Zalin Mercedes extends out to 2.5 seconds away from these guys. This is going to be a battle for 4th. There's no way either of these two will reach the podium places. If this continues though, no weight will be on them on his soft compound tyres. Really starting to come at them now, isn't he? Superb effort from the debutant. Fantastic weekend. I think he is going to get my driver of the day, Jamie. I know there's a few laps left, but right now Michelangelo is a contender for me.
Yeah, to me he's a contender.
Is a contender for me. Anyone else you think you could?
I think it's just between those two, to be honest, mate. Maybe Zalin possibly, but for me it's between Noah and Michael.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point. I think Jeff Revenge might have had a say in that earlier on, but he dropped out very quickly. As we now have another yellow flag out there. Why have we got a yellow?
I think CJ must have spun something.
He's had a forgettable afternoon, hasn't he? And his chances of points have now been totally ended, really. As we go back to Zalin on the hunt for that 4th place.
Zalin needs to work on his corner exit out of the triangle. He needs to force Falcon into a mistake. Because when he almost forced him to mistake, Zalin tried to go around the outside of the second half of the triangle. He should have just backed off and set the car up for his switchback. He would have gotten an insane exit, but that kind of ruined his chance last lap. So he needs to force Falcon into a mistake going in that corner. It's hard because Sector 3 doesn't really require very much downforce, so Falcon's front wing isn't going to bother him. But his best bet is either at the hairpin or at 130R, I think. Because Zalin seems to be lacking straight line speed.
He just never seems to get a run into that hairpin. He's closer than he's ever been before into the hairpin. What about on the way out? He's going to go deeper in for a better exit.
For a better exit.
Now setting
okay, here we go. Here we go.
A little bit of oversteer. This is it then for Zalin, the Hungarian driver. Look at the gap at the front, Jay. Down to 8/10 now.
8/10.
To reel that in. But we have to stick with Zalin, who moves onto the back of Falcon. 1/10 between those two.
Oh, he's run wide.
Wide through Spoon. And Zalin.
Oh, Zalin! What a catch! What a catch! Oh man!
As well.
And he kept the momentum.
No wet coasting in on the back of them as well. He's going to get a say in the podium place as well.
Oh my god, that gap is down to 2/10, the lead.
2/10. Lewis is right on the back of Michelangelo. All of a sudden,
Zalin trying to go around the outside of Falcon. Surely not.
Cannot do that.
He's going to get the exit here though.
Still.
Surely.
The final corner across the line to begin the penultimate lap. These three look at Nowick from 16th in the grid, moving into position now to challenge for that 4th place. Zalin's been frustrated. Will he sweep round the outside of Falcon? He tries the inside and again there's no way through. But look at Lewis.
Look at the battle for the lead though.
Here comes Lewis then. Lap 26
what an exit.
27. Can he get it on Michael? He's going to have to try to the hairpin. Unbelievable.
Don't try to go around the outside. He's learned.
One for the victory. Here we go then. Lewis right up behind the SR Michael. No beast test today. No problem. We'll still have a brilliant battle for the victory. Heading down then into the sprint corner. The Japanese fans in the grandstand absolutely loving it. They're backing their man in the Honda. ESR Michael.
Oh, what an exit.
Japanese engine in the back of that car. They're desperate for McLaren Honda glory. But the Force India is determined to spoil the party. Lewis getting into 130R has a little look. He's pushing through the corner. Unbelievable. about to start the final lap. Michelangelo defending for his life. The soft tyres have run out of grip, and Lewis then coming
Oh my God!
Michael
Almost hitting the pit wall.
Nearly in the wall as he starts the final lap, and the McLaren boys, they're not moving off that pit wall yet. It's just a Kimi Räikkönen Fisichella moment from 2005 into turn 1.
You know what?
Oh no, there's not. Oh, this is sensational.
Oh.
What an end to this race, Jamie.
What if Lewis just got a better exit, because he kind of had a sideways twitch coming out of that corner.
Try again. Sorry, Jamie. Zalman, try again. He's done it this
Oh,
time.
he's done it.
Falcon, 3 wide across the start line. They're going to be here. No wet gets involved as well.
Oh my goodness! He's wheel banging down the street.
Who's going to finish in 4th? And look at the Zalman, Michael. Zalman, Falcon, and Nowak stays in 6th place.
Oh,
it looks to me like Zalman.
Wait! Oh, Falcon has spun it. He spun it. Oh.
Round goes Falcon.
Oh, Lewis down the inside of Zalman. Or Michael.
Oh,
surely not. Wheel banging.
Michelangelo versus Lewis. They go side by side towards Spoon Curve. Michelangelo holds on for the moment. This is quite sensational.
If he wins the move at 130R, I'll eat my hat. They're side by side!
Oh my goodness, what a final lap here in ILR 1. Michael against Lewis, McLaren Honda at their home circuit. Absolutely desperate for Michelangelo to hold on for one
Don't do
more
this to me.
corner through 130R. Lewis is surely going to have a look on the final lap.
Oh!
He's on the inside.
Michael defends!
It's Senna Prost.
No! No!
Lewis for the inside.
No!
It's going to go right to the wire. Lewis
No way!
This is absolutely unbelievable. What an end to ILR 1. That's ILR 1. That is racing at its very, very best. Lewis snatches the win from Michael. The Japanese have got heartbreak here. What a story that is. Force India are going absolutely mental down in the garage. What a stunning win that is.
I can't believe what I've just seen. I can't believe what I've just seen.
The Japanese in the grandstands have got their heads in
Their children
hands.
crying. Their children crying in the... I can't believe it.
Children crying.
I can't believe it.
Goodness. People crying with joy, crying with despair here in Suzuka. Round 16 of the championship has delivered. No
This is Formula One.
No problem. What a race, Jamie. Sum that final lap up.
Oh my God. I don't know how. There's no words. There was too much battling. I don't know what to say. I couldn't even get the words out of my mouth. This is Formula One.
Me. Absolutely unbelievable. 2 minutes, Jimmy. I need to go to the front door. My mum and dad are standing outside one man. 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. I have to save that clip. I actually have to save that clip. Wow. Wow.
There they are. There they are. They're on the podium. Michelangelo distraught, but he's applauding his great rival Lewis. What a duel. Lewis kept the pressure on and got the move done. What a race. Who's the driver of the day after this? I've got no idea.
I don't know.
Comments. What was the move of the race? What was the best moment of the race? What was the best overtake? Who's the driver of the day? What a story this is in ILR 1. Lewis snatches it on the run to the line on lap 27 out of 27. There is your rundown. Lewis wins the most sensational finish in ILR history.
Oh yeah.
Michelangelo by 1 and a bit tenths with a move in the final corner. Sarah Mercedes, a superb third from 6th in the grid. Zalman is 4th. Nowak, the German, got up as far as 5th place from 16. He is my driver of the day. I'll hear more from you in a moment, Jamie. Falcon in 6th. Liam Robbo 7th. Cliffy in 8th. And 9th for Pagani on his debut. On his debut. Gonanen 10th on his debut. He gets a point. Frisky CJ 11th. And the Haas in 12th. I don't know who that is. It's not showing me. I think it was Shimasi's car, I think, was it? It got home in 12th. The rest of them, they never saw the flag in what was a thrilling finale. Jamie, your driver of the day, who do you give it to?
I'm gonna give it to Nowak because he finished 5th. He made up 11 positions that race. I'm gonna give it to him on his debut. That's a solid race.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. What a race here in Japan. Possibly the greatest conclusion to an ILR race of all time, the greatest in history. Jamie, do you agree with that statement?
Yeah. I agree. So, none other races come to memory. I really do think this one actually is probably the best race I've ever seen. Definitely commentated on. Screaming my lungs out with that one, mate. I still can't get over it.
If I wasn't struggling with a sore throat from yesterday's Kilmarnock result, I certainly am now. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well done to Lewis and Michael for keeping it clean. It went all the way to the flag. What a duel between those two. Just think about how good it would have been, Jamie, if the likes of Falcon and Cliffy never get caught in the traffic.
Yeah, I know. It'd have been 7 drivers fighting for the lead. Come on now. That'd have been ridiculous.
Oh,
man, the race kind of dropped in the middle when, those gaps, but man, did it redeem itself. Did it redeem itself. Oh my god, man. 1 second.
Drivers in for an interview, Jamie? Because I think, or are they at least celebrating or crying in the corner? Because it's quite possible that might be the case down at McLaren, crying in the corner.
Yeah. I'd actually love to hear from the 2 winners, to be honest. I just don't know if they have their mic thingy turned on. That's the problem. That happened last time, where if someone doesn't have their mic thing turned on, you can't hear what they're saying.
I see. Are we going to try, or are we just going to leave it?
You can give it a shot.
Okay. I'll see who I can invite. I've not got them in my friends list, I don't think. Yeah.
I can suggest them. Hold on. There you go. Oh, I may as well. I don't know if ZR Mercedes actually has a.
So far this season, I'm just going to invite ZR Mercedes as well. Of course, we head as Michael joins us. We'll speak to Michael in a few moments once we've got everyone in. Hopefully, we can get everybody in as Lewis now joins. Hopefully, ZR Mercedes will join us as well. But yeah, we head, of course, to the next race in the USA and America. Jamie, it's your home circuit, and you're just a little drive down the road from you, isn't it?
Behave as a drive down southeast. It's still 1,100 miles away, but give me well down to America.
On. That's nothing. You could stay in the house when you go to the commentary box.
That's like a drive from the tip top of Scotland down to the bottom of England and back up again.
Oh, really? What, 100 miles? No.
No. 1,100.
Oh my god. Right, okay. Right, never mind. It's not your home race, never mind. But anyway, with no sign of ZR Mercedes, let's get started then. Let's start speaking to these drivers. Lewis, I mean, I don't even know where to start. I don't know what to say. It was just ridiculous. What a finale. What a victory. Give us your initial reaction to that, because we're running out of words here.
I can take my sweatbands off now. I was trying so hard to keep up with Mike. Like, I think the main part where I was catching him was the last sector, even though it's like 2 seconds long. So I don't know how I was gaining that time in him in the last sector. And then like the last couple of the laps, I just tried so hard to get near him, and he kept getting DRS off the stupid ghost cars as well, which didn't help.
Well, Lewis, I've got to say as well, you lost the lead at the hairpin. Of course, you were under big pressure. You knew you were going to have to come through some cars yet to stop. Did you make an error, or could you have avoided it? Do you think were you forced to the outside? Could you have went elsewhere in the road? I always felt going into that corner when you went to the outside, Michael was always going to be snooping on the exit on the inside. What's your opinion, or your what were you thinking in the moment, really, when you were overtaken at the hairpin?
Well, I had to try it somewhere. Bulletproof was all over the place. I think he went on my screen. He went off about 5 times and then spawned right back in front of me.
Yeah.
So I had to try something to get past him. And I think we bang wheels, which didn't help as well.
And see when Michael got you, was it Bullet was in front when Michael got you, or was it? Well, I think it was Nowek, was it? I think it was Nowek, wasn't it? I think it was the Williams. I can't remember. But yeah, when Michael got you, did you think that was it, or did you think come the end of the race, I'm gonna have the stronger tyres, I can get him back? What was your overriding feeling when he got through?
Not gonna lie, with about 6 laps to go, 5 laps to go, I thought Michael had won. Because I know Michael's like a no-assist user with a wheel, and I know like he can like save his tyres quite well. So as soon as he went for softs, I knew he was going to the end. So I knew his tyres would be dead at the end, so I had to give him my all, and luckily I come out on top.
I'm talking about that move in the final corner then, it was breathtaking stuff for us watching. We didn't know what was going to happen. You got him on the exit of the corner. You must have just been in disbelief when you completed it on the exit. What was you thinking?
I just started laughing. I couldn't believe that I got it in the last corner.
You tell you what, you're awful calm for someone that's just completed that in the final lap. You look at that. It's like, yeah, no big deal. It was funny. I've just done him there. That was brilliant. Yeah, well done, Lewis. Well done. Really, really looking promising. Very quick for next season. The next season, do you think you can win this championship? Can you take it to the likes of Beastas, the likes of Michelangelo? You know, Falcon looking quick, Cliffy as well. Are you going to be a real contender for this title?
If Beastas could spin out every race, then maybe.
Oh. So you think, between Beastas and Michael, do you think Beastas is the quicker overall, or do you think Michael's quicker overall?
Yeah, I think Beast is quicker overall, in my opinion.
Oh. Well, on that note, let's speak to Michael. Michael, heartbreak for the Japanese fans, all cheating on McLaren Honda with a Honda engine. You just missed out at the line. How do you feel about that, Michael?
Yeah, I was just absolutely fuming. I mean, congrats to Lewis taking it around the last corner. But yeah, as Louis said, my tyres were pretty gone at the last couple of laps. So as you may have seen, I was dropping back in the last lap because I was trying to save fuel as well. I was just running low on tyres and fuel altogether. So didn't really know what to conserve first. But yeah, I knew obviously 1000% Louis was going to go for it on the last chicane. So I tried covering the inside line, which I thought was the optimal option for Louis. Yeah, but somehow he got past, so congrats to him. Overall good race, you know, ending the bad streak. DNF's last races, so podium is good here.
And how do you feel about Lewis's comment there? Beastas is quicker. Do you agree with that, or are you quicker than Beastas? We're going to find out next season when your guys are all racing each other from the start of the season. Right now, do you think Beastas is quicker than you, or do you think you're the man to beat?
I mean, Beastas a very stable and quick driver. I don't really think there's a actual answer to who's quicker. I mean, there's 21 tracks, 20 tracks, how many? And I think there's some tracks I'm quicker, some tracks he's quicker, but I think overall it's just about the race pace, you know, it's not all about qualifying, who's quicker on one lap. So I think strategy comes into play a lot of the time. But yeah, I don't actually think anyone can answer who's quicker or not, ultimately.
Okay, well I think that question can get answered next season then, can't it, Jamie? Do you agree with that one, Jamie?
Oh yeah, 100%.
We'll find out.
100%.
And
What's up?
Any questions, Jamie, you want to ask the drivers?
No, except for how you guys gonna calm yourselves down after that last lap? Your heart rate must still be through the roof. I'm sorry, man. That's honestly some of the best racing I've ever seen in my life, and you know, congrats to the winner. But as for me, I have no questions. Nope.
Okay then. Well, thanks to you guys out front for making that the greatest finish in ILR history to any race ever, 100%. And hopefully we can do it all again in the next race. We go to Austin, Texas, the home of Jamie, next week.
Dave.
Join us next Sunday at 5:30. Me and Jamie in the commentary box. It promises to be another cracker. But for now, we move on to ILR2. It's about to kick off in 10 minutes' time. Be sure to tune in. We've got Brandon and Soup in the commentary box for that one. I'll be racing, Jamie will be racing, and we'll be putting in a little disaster class for everyone.
Yeah, best believe I'm not qualifying, mate. Good night.
Okay, folks, we'll see you later.
Adios.